Am I the asshole for asking my girlfriend to stop dressing quote unquote too sexy when we go out together because it makes me uncomfortable, even though she says I'm being insecure?
Yeah.
That's the title.
You want my answer now?
He's being
Yeah.
insecure?
Yeah. No.
Oh.
It's valid.
Oh, he's valid.
He's valid.
He's not being insecure.
He's not being insecure.
Totally secure.
Totally secure.
Got you. Okay. I, male 30, have been dating my girlfriend, Leela. Layla? Let's just go with Layla. Let's go with Layla.
Sounds
Female
good.
26 for almost a year now. She's gorgeous, confident, has always dressed however she wants, form-fitting outfits, low cuts, all of that. I was never the type to care, but I always loved that she was bold and stylish. So
Bold and stylish.
it's a preference.
Okay.
But recently, it started to bother me when we would go out together, especially to places like clubs, bars, or lounges. Guys would stare often. Some even approach her while I'm literally beside her. I don't blame her for the attention, but I do feel like some of the outfits she chooses invite that kind of energy. So he's getting to a point now, you know?
Okay.
I finally brought it up to her last weekend, and she said that I'd appreciate it if... No, sorry. I finally brought it up last weekend and said that I'd appreciate it if she toned down a little when we were out together. Not to dress boring, but maybe just a little less revealing. She got really upset and said that I was trying to control her and that I knew who she was when she started dating me and that I am now trying to dim her light because I am insecure. You know, these poetic phrases, I'm not going to lie. Shout out to you guys here. Whoever writing these stories, shout out to you guys. That's not how I see it. I'm not trying to tell her what to wear. I'm just saying that if we're out as a couple, I'd like to feel like her focus is on us, not putting on a show. Now she's saying I embarrassed her by even bringing it up, and she's acting really cold towards me. So Reddit, am I being controlling, or is it fair to feel a way about this? Am I the asshole? Brother, let me just say to you, you're a strong man.
Stronger than most.
You're stronger than most. You're still there. A lot of men would have left a long time ago.
Yeah.
But you're still there. So you must really like this girl. However, her response to your feelings is quite concerning.
You know, funny enough, I want to throw you a curveball.
Go ahead.
When you met this person, how did she dress?
Revealing.
Okay. When you're with this person, how do they dress?
Revealing.
Okay.
Right.
Why do you expect this person to change? Do you think you are out here doing build a girlfriend? Build a partner?
I think he's thinking, because I'm with you, I deserve you to dress modest. And that's a little bit of entitlement.
You're not okay. Even though I see where he's coming from, you know? And to a certain point, I agree with him. But that's what you got yourself into, fam.
Yeah, bro.
That's why you were attracted to her at the beginning, right? Does that make sense? So what I'm saying is, why do you feel entitled to change the way she dresses when you know that's the version of her that you met? And that's the version of her you actually liked. You know what I mean?
I have 3 words for you as a rebuttal.
Go ahead.
That's what happened here. I'm not gonna lie to you, because you
think that's what it is?
You hit it right on the money there.
That's what it is.
He was like this before, and you enjoyed it. Not only that, but called her stylish and bold.
Remember those words, fam?
I remember those words.
Remember those words?
But now after you guys have been together for some time, so niggas are like, pulling up, now all of a sudden it's a little too much.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you knew that was the attention that she was getting ahead before. That's the same attention that caught you.
That's a standard for her.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So do I see your point where you're like, she's wearing revealing clothes, making me uncomfortable? I get where you're coming from, bro, but that's what you got yourself into. If I get a credit card with a 19% interest rate, I know that 19% interest rate is gonna hit me every month.
Slap you.
It's not gonna change because I feel uncomfortable about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have a talk with them.
I'm not gonna have a talk with my credit card about the interest rate, but that's to the same degree where it's kind of like, if you knew this person wore this in the beginning, is it fair for you to have a conversation with her and let her know? Totally. But you are not entitled to change the way that she dresses based off of your insecurity.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Which I still stand 10 toes down with him, but I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really have the right to change the way she dresses because that's what makes her feel comfortable. That's what makes her feel empowered. And if that's what she likes, and if that was before my time too, who am I to say change?
That's who she's always been.
That's what she always been,
And
bro.
not to mention too, she's already telling you fuck off. I don't care about what you're saying. So maybe you need to reevaluate who you are in this relationship, if you even need to stay in this relationship.
Exactly.
Maybe that's not
Did
the
you
girl
even
you
go
thought.
into this relationship with the right reasons?
Right.
You know, did you like her or did you like how she looked? And now you're trying to change the way she looks.
PNC.
You know what I mean?
PNC, baby.
Let me ask you this question though. Let's make it more realistic. Let's say you and your partner were in a similar scenario where your girl was wearing revealing clothes. Okay? And that made you feel uncomfortable. How would you go about telling her that I want this to change? And would you even tell her that?
Yeah, I would tell her that.
What would you say?
Well, it's a hard stance for me. I don't necessarily appreciate having or exposing yourself while
Okay,
in
but
a
let's say
committed
you're in the
relationship.
situation already.
Yeah, I'm already in the.
Yeah.
I would explain to her that I don't appreciate that we're in a committed relationship and others are benefiting off of your body
How are they benefiting?
with their eyes. Eyes, they never lie, Chico. They never lie. Eyes, they never lie.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's a respect thing, and I
Yeah.
think that that's something that should be brought up early in the relationship. And if it can't be respected, then I don't think the relationship is. There's no foundation to that relationship. I think you guys are, like you said, for the wrong reasons, right? So people, you need to attract people who are in the same kind of moral bounds as you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you guys don't align on certain things like that, then maybe you guys aren't right for each
Compatible?
other. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that that's for me specifically. If I was in that situation, then I'm running to the door.
You're leaving?
Yeah, I'm leaving. If it's to the point where it's like I can't get through to you at all, it's
Yeah.
just who you are, then be that.
Let me change it up a little bit. Let's say she was wearing modest clothing. Let's say you and your partner met at a time where both of you were wearing modest clothing, okay? And then throughout the relationship, you see her changing her style to be more revealing.
Mm.
Now it's something that happened during the time in which you guys were together. Would that change the dynamic at all?
Yeah, I think a conversation is still
Do
needed.
you think you have a stronger argument?
Like, let's even make it more realistic. Let's say your significant other, your girlfriend, loses a significant amount of weight.
Okay.
You know, she goes from being an
bigger girl?
oversized person to
Yeah.
a very attractive body, right?
Okay.
And she starts to
Subjective.
dress a little bit
Yeah.
more revealing, right? I think that's a point of contention in the relationship that you need to address. I feel like you get to a point where you have a threshold as the man in the relationship, and your feelings are valid, right?
Yeah.
So a conversation is necessary. How the conversation happens and how their response is to you
Yeah.
is not up to you. It's up to them.
Yeah.
So you have to take their feelings and their, rebuttal as fact and treat it like that. It's no, like that's what the whole point of the conversation is, to get a sense of where you are
Yeah.
in each other's minds. And I don't think that you should be emotional about that. You know what I mean? I think that should give you some sense of clarity. Like, okay, this is how this person wants to continue on their life now that they're in this stage.
Yeah.
And I'm against it.
Okay,
So if
okay.
we can't come up with some sort of compromise here,
Yeah.
then where is this relationship going?
Okay.
Right.
Fair enough.
So I think a conversation is necessary, and that will tell you what you need to do.
Okay. I agree.
But I feel like the people that avoid confrontation in these scenarios and they just kind of like nitpick or like nag here and there, I think that's what kind of hurts relationships and makes people kind of against each other. So I think that, just kind of ripping the Band-Aid off immediately once it starts to affect your life is beneficial.
No, I agree with you. And from my perspective of it is, I couldn't be in a relationship where my significant other is wearing revealing clothing.
Right.
One, of course, the obvious reason, I'm a Muslim and it's not really permitted. But if you were to put that to the side for a moment, I just think there are aspects and components to a relationship that should be for each other. Like, we are for each other. Like, there's parts of us that physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, that I just hold space for her.
Right.
And I like the idea that it's only for one person. The idea of something like that being more public, it's bothering. Like, it does bother me, and it's a little troubling. And you can say, sure, you're being insecure. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind that being a point of insecurity for me, because I understand where it's coming from, and I just like the idea of being in a private relationship.
Right.
And private doesn't necessarily just mean it just means like looking in, like what people see. And I don't like things publicly showing like that, especially our bodies. Like, you don't see me out here flexing. Actually, no, I do. Okay, no, you don't see me out here without a shirt in the gym doing random stuff. Like you know what I mean. Like I think there's stuff that you do that shouldn't be public.
Right.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yes, 100%. And let me ask you this: do you think it's valid for a woman to be or feel a way about her man dressing in a way that's like financially makes him look more?
What do you mean?
Like big chains and like a nice whip, pulling up to these events with like designer clothes and
Like
stuff like that.
if she has
Like a life they're
she's doing
not
that?
living. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, well, yeah, totally. I honestly think, I just think, first of all, just me personally, if you can't afford that lifestyle and you're portraying as it, I just think that makes you look weak. Like you're out here showing the world. We talk about this often back in the day, social media life. I'm not gonna show social media life or a version of me that doesn't exist, you know. And even inshallah, when I can't afford that lifestyle, I don't want to get evil eye by random people showing a life that I have, you know.
right.
I don't need that to be public. And for my wife, or for the person that I'm currently with, you know, I would want her to think the same way.
Hmm.
I don't need to publicly show finances on the screen in order for a couple of likes, a
Yeah.
couple of shares, a couple of comments, you know.
Some more extra looks at the
I don't need
club,
that. I
whatever.
don't That's not where I find fulfilling. That's what I do find fulfilling is the fact that I can take care of my family.
Mhm.
I can afford for them. Whatever my wife wants, she gets. You know, that's fulfilling to me.
Got
Because if I can be a provider and successfully do so,
it. Hmm.
I think that's a successful life.
Right. 100%. Another thing too, that I kind of thought was weird about this scenario is why are they going to the club together?
I think they're Adam people. I
That
think it's
just
not non-Muslim people.
like Ghana people just throw me off sometimes. Like, you go to the club to meet others, right? To
I think
to
sometimes
pursue others.
a club can be like a social event where it's kind of
I don't
like
know if it's
wagwan. Like you know how we do it. We go to like these normal events. I think for them it's like club things. You know,
that's like going to a haunted house to socialize.
people do
You know
what
what I
they
mean? It's
do.
like
Fam.
you know what this is here for. You know what I mean? Like let's not make it something else now. You know what I
I
mean?
don't know. It's just for some people, it's more of like a I haven't seen you in a long time type of thing. Even though the music is
I
loud.
like to dance.
Yeah, what?
Those type of people.
You know, I don't understand it, but I see it. You know,
Odd to me. It's just odd to me. When I see couples going together to like clubs and bars and stuff like that, it's like, is this an open
it's bizarre.
relationship? Like I don't understand it.
Yeah, but back to the story though.
Right.
Is the guy wrong?
No, he has every right to feel the way he does. And
Mhm.
I think that she just told him right there that she doesn't want to be with him,
Okay.
to be honest with you. So I think he needs to address that as it is.
Mm. I do think he's wrong, but do I think he's valid is a different question. I think
That's the
he's
thing.
wrong, but he's valid for feeling that way.
Right. That's
You know what I mean?
that's kind of the same point I'm trying to make. Too.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to be the one that changes her. And
Yeah.
if you think that you are,
Mhm.
then you're entitled. And I don't agree with you.
Yeah.
But the way you're feeling is a normal feeling to
It's
have.
normal, bro.
Yeah,
It's normal.
people have gone through this and it's fair,
100%.
100% valid. So in that sense, is he the asshole? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I would agree he's the asshole. Like you can't control somebody. Like, come on. They're
I
a human
agree.
being just like you are.
And my girl not wearing that, fam. I'm telling you right now,
She wants
my
to
girl
wear
not
it,
wearing
she
revealing
will.
clothes. My
She
girl,
wants to wear it, she will. Fam. I'm being real
No,
with
no,
you,
no.
nigga.
That's a
Ain't
conversation, fam.
nothing you can do to stop it.
There's no way.
Ain't nothing you could do to
No
stop it.
way,
Nigga.
bro. My girl's not gonna be out here in bikinis, fam. Are you
Bro,
crazy?
just saying, she got to go to the beach sometime.
Yo, lower your game.
I'm just
Lower
saying,
your game.
she might be going to the beach. What are you gonna wear?
Yo, watch yourself, eh?
She gonna wear?
Watch yourself,
You
bro.
want to wear?
But I agree with you. Back to the point. I agree with everything you said.
100%.